Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you, my students? I hope that you're happy and healthy and ready for today's lesson, which will be the form, meaning, and function. And I want you to pay attention because it's full of information. These are the objectives for today. At the end of this lesson or session, you will be able to use comparative form of adjectives, use superlative form of adjectives, form passive voice using need to be done, form past participle using have and get, use past participle as adjective. All of these objectives will be done by the end of this lesson. But before that, let's revise our previous lesson, face-to-face learning versus the online learning as we took previously. And then we took this article about learning face-to-face and online, which is better, what do you prefer, face-to-face or online learning. Then we took the writing corner and essay. You often have to discuss the similarities or differences between two different situations. So when you write an article or when you write an essay, always give not just one point of view, more than one point of view. So this is today's lesson for meaning and function. The first part of this lesson is comparative and superlative forms of adjectives. First, let's take the comparative. Let's read together. We use adjective plus er or more or less plus adjective to make the comparative. Again, we take the adjective and we add er, or we add more or less with the adjective to make the comparative. Compare between two things. Comparative is between two things. Let's read the examples here. Email is a fast way to communicate. Email is a fast way to communicate. Instant messaging is faster than email. So he's comparing what here? Instant messaging is faster than email in communication. Yes, he is comparing the communication. Instant messaging is faster than. Don't forget the than. Next example, print newspapers are popular. Print newspaper are popular, we know that. Online newspaper have become more popular than print newspaper. So we are comparing what here? Very good. Online newspaper and printed newspaper. So which is more popular than the other one? Very good. Online newspaper have become nowadays more popular than print newspaper. Last example here, smartphones are expensive. We know smartphones are expensive. Cell phones are less expensive. So smartphones are expensive. Cell phones are less expensive, which means that they are both expensive, but the cell phones are a little bit less expensive than the smartphones. So what is being compared in each sentence? In the first sentence, what is being compared? Yes, the communication between email and instant messaging. That's correct. The second example, what is being compared in each sentence? The second one, print newspapers and online newspaper. Very good. What about the last sentence, the last example? Smartphones are expensive, cell phones are less expensive. What is being compared here? Very good. The cell phone and the smartphone. And note here, the comparative is often used with than. The comparative is always used with than. Bigger than, smaller than, more expensive than, etc. So why do we add er to fast, but we add more or less before popular and expensive? The adjective fast, we added er, faster. but with the adjective popular and expensive, we put more or less. Why do we do that? How do we choose? Do we add ER or put more or less? Okay, let's see. We add ER to most one-syllable adjectives. You remember the word syllable, the part of the word, or maybe the whole word is just one syllable. We add ER to most, not all, most one-syllable adjectives when we make them comparative, and we use more and less with most three-syllable adjectives. So again, we add ER to one-syllable adjectives, and we add more or less with most three-syllable adjectives. So we choose according to the syllables. Jumping to the next part, the superlative. The superlative, how do we form, how do we write the superlative? We use the, we begin with the, plus the adjective, plus est. So the, then the adjective, then the est, or we use the most or the least, then we put adjective, or we put the most or the least, and then we write the adjective to make the superlative. So a comparative is between two things, but the superlative is between one and its group. So let's see the examples here. Face-to-face courses are the fastest way to learn. Face-to-face courses are the fastest way to learn. So he's comparing the ways of learning here, the courses of learning. He said that face-to-face is the fastest one. Our online courses are the most popular. Our online courses, it's the same thing here, the most popular among all the courses, not just two courses, maybe 3, 4, 5, 10, 20. Again, our online courses are the most popular. Face-to-face courses are expensive. Blended learning is less expensive. Our short online courses is the least expensive way to study. Our short online courses is the least expensive. They are all expensive. All the courses are expensive, but the least expensive one is our short online courses. Why the est and most have been added to the adjectives fast and popular? Same question, but with the superlative. Why est? When you say est, like we say the fastest, the smallest, the biggest, est at the end of the adjective. And most have been added to the adjectives fast and popular. We said the most popular. The answer is the speaker is comparing 3 or more things in terms of speed and popularity, because we're comparing 3 or more things. Some adjectives have irregular comparative and superlative forms. Some adjectives have irregular forms. Let's see. The adjective good, the comparative form of it is better. When you say this is better than that. And the superlative form is the best. When you say he is the best among his friends. And the other adjective is bad. The comparative form is worse. The superlative form is worst. When you say this is the worst, you're comparing it among the group. This is the worst. So the superlative form is the worst, and the comparative form between two worse. You say this is worse than that. So why do we add est to fast but most or least before popular and expensive? It's the same thing. We add est to most one-syllable adjectives when we make them superlative, and we use most with most three-syllable adjectives. So it's the same answer as the comparative, according to the syllables. Second question, what word do we usually use before superlative adjectives? Before superlative adjectives, what word do we usually use before, not after, before the superlative adjective? Yes, very good, the word the. The word the. You say the best, the worst, the least expensive, the most expensive, etc. Why do we use faster in the sentence about email and instant messaging, but we use the fastest in sentences about face-to-face learning? With the comparative, we compare two people. Comparative, as I said before, between two people, or two places, or two things. With the superlative, we compare three or more in a group in the entire world. So the superlative, you are comparing it to the group or to the entire world. Here's a language builder for you. We can use both ER or more and EST or most with many two-syllable adjectives. For example, politer and more polite are both correct. When you say politer or more polite, they are both correct. Because polite here, how many syllables in polite? Yes, 2 syllables. So you can use ER or more polite. We usually use ER and EST with adjectives ending in Y, OW, LE, and ER. For example, prettier, the adjective pretty, prettier, heavier, narrower, simpler, and cleverer. The third part, we use more or most with 2-syllable adjectives ending in ED, ING, FUL, and less. For example, more tired. This is ending with ED. More boring, more stressful, and more careless. So any 2-syllable adjectives ending in ED, ING, FUL, and less, we use more or most. Let's jump to the exercise here. Complete the sentences with the comparative or superlative forms of the adjectives. When you see the adjectives, the adjective, put the comparative or the superlative form. You see the first one here. Use that. Don't forget to use that before the superlative. The first one, the clock tower of Abraj al-Bayt towers in Mecca is one tall buildings in the world. The clock tower in Mecca, of course, the clock tower of Abraj al-Bayt towers in Mecca is one of, and the adjective tall, buildings, this is a group of buildings in the world. So is he comparing just 2 buildings or the whole buildings all over the world? Very good. So what do we choose? Exactly. The tallest, we use the superlative form, the tallest buildings in the world. Second one, social networking is good way to stay connected with friends. Social networking, very good, the best way. Number 3, the Taj Mahal in India is one of beautiful buildings in the world. Again, very good, the most beautiful buildings in the world. Number 4, popular online video game on the market is Big Ideas 2. Very good. The most popular, this is a superlative, video game on the market. So he's comparing this video game to all video games in the market. Let's go to the other exercise B. Look at the statements and choose the best option. Work with a partner, give your opinion with some reasons, use comparative and superlatives. The first one is already done. Smartphones, cell phones are a waste of money. In my opinion, in my view, so you can choose whatever you want here. In my opinion, smartphones are a waste of money. Cell phones are cheaper. This is comparative and less addictive. So number 2, the best way to make new friends is by using social media or joining a social club. Yes, choose the comparative or superlative. You can write your own answer. Very good. I think, here he said, in my opinion, I think, or you can say, I believe. All are correct. All expressing your opinion. I think joining a school club is the best way to make new friends. The best way. This is the superlative, of course. Car or plane travel is more dangerous than car, plane, travel. So what do you think is more dangerous than the other one? Give your own opinion. My opinion here, I believe traveling by car is more dangerous than traveling by plane. Of course, this is my opinion. The last one, nowadays people prefer to shop online, shop at the mall. I said, in my opinion, shopping at the mall is better than shopping online. Shopping at the mall is better than online. You can see the item, you can touch it, you can feel it. You can maybe try it on if you want to buy clothes maybe. So that's why mall is better. Let's jump to the other exercise. Look at the statements and choose the best option. Work with a partner. Give your opinion with some reasons. Use comparatives and superlatives. Of course, today we're focusing on comparatives and superlatives. The first one, we're continuing the exercise before, of course. The best way for young children to learn is by using technology such as computers, laptops, tablets, or reading books. Don't forget, this is your opinion. In my opinion, I think using technology is the best way to learn because it's easier to access media on it and look up information, look up things. You can learn easier and faster online. Is it better to take a train or a bus or drive to college? In my opinion, I believe driving to college is better, taking my car with me, than using public transportation because you keep your stuff, your books, your bag in your car. On weekends, I prefer to see family or friends. What do you prefer at weekends, family or friends? I said for me, spending weekends with my family is the best choice. Don't forget here, need to be done. Continuing with our lesson for meaning and function, need to be done. The TV needs to be fixed. When the TV is broken, you see, the TV needs to be fixed. It means someone needs to fix the TV. Most likely it's not you. You will bring someone to fix it. An electrician maybe. The car seats need to be cleaned. Are you going to clean it? No, of course. You'll bring a specialist. Someone needs to clean the car seats. Will the speaker fix the TV, him or herself? Of course not. You will bring an electrician, someone specialist in this matter. Does the speaker intend to clean the seats, the car seats himself? No. Maybe he will take it to a car clean place and have them clean it for him. We use this structure when we want someone else, focus on someone else to do or to perform service for us. You see, you use this form when you want someone else to perform a service for you. Have, get something done. Use have or get with the past participle when someone else performs the service for you. For example, the first sentence, the rooms need to be decorated. The rooms need to be decorated. How do we write this? We're having or getting, both are the same. We're having or getting the rooms decorated. This is the past participle here, decorated. The second example, the air conditioner needs to be repaired. The air conditioner needs to be repaired. How do we write it? We're going to have or get, both are the same, the air conditioner repaired, the past participle repaired. Third example, the house needed to be painted. We had or got the house painted. So when I say to you, I had my car fixed or I got my car fixed, it doesn't mean that me myself fixed the car. No, I brought someone to fix it or I drove it to the garage for someone to fix it. It's not me. We use the structure again when we want someone else to perform the service for us, same as before. So continuing here, focus on the time and the tense being used in each example. Focus on the time and the tense. We're having the rooms decorated. We're having the rooms decorated at the moment. Having, this is present progressive, at the moment. It means now. We're having now. The second example, we're going to have the air conditioner repaired. We're going to have, this is talking about the future. Very good. Future intention, going to do. The last one, we had the house painted. Had, this is very obvious, past tense. Again, past time, finished action. Past, simple past tense. Here are the past participles as adjectives. You can use some past participles as adjective. For example, here, the past participle broken, break, broken. You can say the cell phone was broken. I threw away, for example, I threw away the broken cell phone. Crack, cracked. The tablet screen was cracked, or I got the cracked screen replaced. Damage, damaged. The laptop was damaged. The computer technician fixed the damaged laptop. So some past participle can be used as adjectives. Let's take some of these here. The first, here's a conversation between Khalid and Joe. Complete the conversation. Use the correct form of the verbs in the parentheses. Then practice the conversation with a partner. So let's answer this quickly. The first one, I have the car for 6 months. So, very good. I have had the car for 6 months, and it gives me all kinds of problems. Joe, what is it this time? When he said, what is it this time? It means that his car is always having troubles. He said, Khalid, it in the mornings. And the verb is not start. Yes, very good. It doesn't start in the mornings. Joe said maybe it's because of the cold, or the battery might be low. It probably needs what? Very good. To be recharged. Khalid said, it isn't that. I just, and we have here, have put in a new battery. We have two gaps here. Very good. He said what? I just had to had put a new battery in, and it still won't start. I think the starter needs, and the verb repair, yes, needs to be repaired. And you can continue answering all of these by yourselves, all of them, but try to focus on changing the form of the verb. Here, the last exercise, talk about what you get or have done regularly, or need to get or have done or will get. So, all the tenses. Soon, use the ideas in the box. Create a website, fix my printer, service my laptop computer, print my digital photos, or replace the screen on my tablet. For example, I will just answer the first one. Create a website. You can say, I need to have a website created. I need to have a website created. And you can answer all of these. You can have your own answer. This is my answers here. You can write your own answers using whatever you want. You want to say, get or have done regularly, or need to have done, or will, talking about the future. And with that, we reach to the end of our lesson today. Thank you very much. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم.